During 8 weeks, the American paratroopers were training Ukrainian National Guard troops at the International Peacekeeping and Security Center in Yavoriv, Western Ukraine. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko called this the first Ukrainian-American program at this level. The focus of the training was mostly to improve the tactical skills of the Ukrainian servicemen.
As part of the final 48-hour exercise of the Fearless Guardian training, the Ukrainian National Guard troops will clean up this village. And these American soldiers will pose as enemy force.
The soldiers were using blank rounds so that the simulation was as close as possible to real combat. According to the legend, their task was to make sure that the village was free from the enemies. Apparently, it wasn't. And the enemy force put up a fight. We managed to speak to one of the Ukrainian soldiers to ask whether they were caught off guard.
Everything went very well. We were training all the time.
Did you expect this scenario which just happened? Did you expect to be under fire?
Yes, we thought that something like this might happen.
During the exercise, the American officers were next to the Ukrainian National Guard soldiers to monitor their performance and give feedback right on the spot.
So right now we're going to go over a quick after-action review on what happened on the objective. Vadim, what you want to talk about some good things you guys did?
Позитивні речі ті, що нас один ранений, а злочинці всі знешкоджені.
We asked Captain Carpenter to give us his view of the overall readiness of the Ukrainian soldiers for real combat.
I'm happy to see their progression from day one all the way until now. This is our culminating event, so we're operating as a company, which is a collective team. Their ability to maneuver and communicate was outstanding today, so I'm happy to see that and happy to see their progression over time.
During this final stage of the training, different events were happening at different locations. At this checkpoint, the National Guard troops detained a high-value target as well as his escort and brought them to their command post.
Our job was to escort the high-value target to a town nearby, and we went through one of their checkpoints and they realized who he was and caught us and brought us back here.
My name is Major Alexander Volkov, and I'm a separatist leader.
As it appeared, the task for the Ukrainians wasn't over at this stage.
They created a distraction. I jumped the sea wire and sprinted off into the tree line. Then they chased me down, chased after me with a BTR, and then fresh guys jumped out of the BTR and tackled me.
Once the so-called separatist leader was caught and brought back, the Ukrainian soldiers took off his shoes to prevent him from escaping again and started interrogating him.
What techniques did they use to interrogate you?
A lot of threatening techniques, and given the chance, they would have probably broken fingers, etc., and it would have kept going on from there until they got what they wanted.
None of the Ukrainian National Guard troops wanted to talk to us. Our final stop along the tour of the training area was most likely the most important place. The command center, which coordinated this 2-day non-stop event and provided assignments to the Ukrainian and American soldiers in real time. The assignments were changed and amended depending on the performance of each of them by the Ukrainian troops.
As we track the locations of the National Guard units throughout the battle space, we can direct the opposing forces where to go so that we can position them to conduct some sort of action that that hits at one of the training objectives that we're out here to do.
These kinds of trainings will better enable the Ukrainian National Guard troops to face the enemy in eastern Ukraine. What they also could learn from their American counterparts is how to face the media in peaceful parts of Ukraine. Although we were properly accredited with the press center of the National Guard of Ukraine to visit the training field, the National Guard troops did not want to talk to media. Off camera, they told us that their commanders prohibited them from talking to us. This is Volodymyr Sulup and Oris Malkut reporting from Lviv region for Ukraine Today.